We are the Hebrew Israelites. We are here in the spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. We are here to wake up our people of Negroid, Latinos, and Native American, also to prophesy the downfall of America.
Right? Everything the brother says is true and correct. Right? We're the biblical Israelites. Right? The people you read, the Israelites you read on in the Bible, right? We're the descendants of those people. Right? And we're here through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the one ignorantly called God in Christ. Right? To wake up the people of Negro, Latino, Native American, Indian descent. And we make up the 12 tribes of Israel, and we're out here for y'all, and to prophesy the downfall of America, which is known in the Bible as Mystery Babylon the Great. It will be destroyed, and it's going to be destroyed in the Third World's Nuclear War. Thus saith the Lord. All right? We're going to start off with a scripture we start off with every week. Revelation 18:21.
All right. Revelation 18 and 21. And it reads, "And a mighty angel took up a stone, like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus, with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all."
Exactly. Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon, which is aka America, be thrown down and shall be found no more at all. Again, America is in the Bible, but it's not called America. It is called Mystery Babylon the Great. Alright? And it's going to be destroyed by violence. Alright? Now for my people, how do you get out of it? How do you get out of this destruction that's coming? Jump to verse 4, Revelation 18 and 4.
Alright.
Revelation 18 and 4 to show how you get out of the destruction. Right? The second death. Read on.
Revelation 18 and 4, and it reads, "And I heard another voice from heaven, saying, Come out of her, my people."
Come out of her, my people, meaning separate yourselves. Read on.
"That ye be not partakers of her sin."
That you're not partaking in her sin. Meaning the way of life, the custom, the behavior. Right? Because what's being pushed is that alternative lifestyle. Okay, they're pushing this alternative lifestyle, cramming it down your throat and your children's throat. Alright? And you have to separate from that. Read that again, huh?
Alright, let's start from the top. Revelation 18 and 4, and it reads, "And I heard another voice from heaven, saying, Come out of her, my people,
Read on.
that ye be not partakers of her sin."
Meaning separate yourselves. So you're not partakers of her sin. You're not doing what they're doing. Because they were saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Alright? But the Most High is saying for his people, separate yourselves from that. Read on.
"And that ye receive not of her plague."
So you don't receive none of her plagues. So you don't receive the destruction that's coming for her. Right? You don't want to partake in it. So you have to separate yourself. Alright? You have to literally separate yourself. And again, it's not jumping on a plane and leaving. Right? Because you can't escape it. By that, right? You have to get your mind right. Right? Come out of her customs, her way of life. Right? Her philosophies, so forth, so on. You separate yourself. Right? And how you do it? By returning back to the Most High. Give me James 4 and 4. Give me James 4 and 4. Alright? Because again, it's all about the separation, man. You got to separate yourself from what the world is doing. Because the world is gone. Right? The world is gone. You understand? So you're going to have to separate yourself. And how do you do it? Again, it's by returning to the God of the Israelites, the God of our forefathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Alright? That's how you separate yourself from the world. Right? So keeping his commandments. See what you got, huh?
Alright, James chapter 4, verse 4. And it reads, "Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High?"
Right. If you're in friendship with the world, if you're in accordance with the world, you're an enemy of the Most High. You see that? If you're in friendship or in accord with the world, you're an enemy of God. Right? Read on.
"Whosoever Whosoever, therefore, will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High.
Right, so if you're in friendship with the world, you're an enemy of the Most High. Right, you're an enemy of the Most High. Again, so what you're going to have to do is separate yourself from the world. What they're doing and what they're promoting and pushing, you don't do it. You don't partake in it. Like Christmas, Easter, Valentine's, all those Thanksgiving, all those what they call customs. Right? You don't partake in those things. You understand? Going to the strip club, going to a brothel, hanging out in the clubs, getting high. You don't do those things. You don't partake in it. All right? Read it again, verse 4.
All right. James chapter 4, verse 4. And they read, Ye are adulterers and adulteress. Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High?
Right. If you're in accordance with the world, you're an enemy of the Most High. Read on.
Whosoever, therefore, will be friends of the world is the enemy of the Most High.
So if you're if you're in accordance with the world and what's going on, you're an enemy of the Most High God. Right? You're an enemy of God. All right? Give me 1 John 2:16. 1 John 2:16. All right? If you're in friendship with the world, you're an enemy of God. So what's going on in the world? Let's get that. 1 John 2:16. 1 John 2:16. Right? Because if you're in accordance with the world, if you're in friendship with the world, you're an enemy of God. So let's find out what's going on in the world. See what you got? Alright? And we're going to stress it again. Because what's in the world? Right? The alternative lifestyle, all manner of wantonness, lasciviousness, envy, the hatred, right? The bad behavior, all those things, right? And the likes, all those things and the likes, all right?
All right. 1 John 2:16. And it reads, For all that is in the world,
You see that? For all that is in the world, read on.
the lust of the flesh,
The lust of the flesh. See that? The lust of the flesh, read on.
the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the flesh of the eye,
The lust of the eyes. Meaning whatsoever you see, you want it, right? Read on.
and the pride of life,
And the pride of life. That's all in the world. Right? Read on.
is not of the Father,
It is not of the Most High. You see that? Read on.
but is of the world.
It's of the world. You see that? That is not of the Most High. That is of the world. Read on.
And the world passeth away,
And the world passeth away. Right? Read on.
and the lust thereof.
And the lust thereof. And the pride of life. Right? Read on.
But he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever.
But he that doeth the will of the Most High abide forever. Now give me 2 Corinthians, the 5th chapter. Right? So again, it's on the separation. You got to separate yourself from the world. Understand? Because all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life, the lust of the eyes, that is of the world and not of the Most High. So you have to separate yourself, right? Read on. Yep, 6 and 17.
All right. 2 Corinthians 6, verse 17. And it reads, Wherefore, come out of among them, and be ye separated, saith the Most High.
Right, so you see, the Lord is saying to come out from among them and be separate. You see that? Be separate, meaning your manner of life is going to be different from everybody else's. You understand? Your conduct and your behavior is going to be different from everybody else's. Right? You won't be in a club. Right? You ain't going to be in a brothel. You ain't going to be getting high. You ain't going to be doing no wickedness. You ain't going to be committing adultery or any such the likes. Right? Read on.
and touch not the unclean things.
Right, the unclean thing. It's not just dealing with pork, right? It's not just that. The unclean thing is also dealing with our lifestyle, customs, the idols, etc. Right? Don't follow their customs, their idols, their lifestyle. Right? Read on.
And I will receive you.
And the Most High will receive you if you separate yourself, right, from this from the unclean manner of life. Read on.
And will be a father unto you.
Read on.
And ye shall be my son and daughters, saith the Most High Almighty.
Right. Now give me 2 Thessalonians, the 3rd chapter. You understand? Because I'm talking about separating yourself from the world, but you also want to separate yourself from certain people. Right? 2 Thessalonians 3 is on the first one. Because you're going to have to separate yourself not just from the world and the customs and the heathens, but also from people, right? People of your own nation who ain't right. You have to separate from them also. Right? 2 Thessalonians, the 3rd chapter.
All right. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 1. And it reads, finally, brethren, pray for us, that the word of the Most High may have freed course and be glorified, even as it is with you.
Exactly. The word has to have free course. Understand to go out. Right? Read on now.
And that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men.
Read on.
For all men have not faith.
Exactly. You understand so what? We have to be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men. Again, we have to, because you have certain men who ain't right even amongst our people, that we have to separate ourselves from. You understand? And the Most High is going to have to deliver you from those men. You understand? Read on.
Verse 3. But the Most High is faithful, who shall establish you and keep you from evil.
Right, the Most High will always find a way to get out of whatever circumstance you're in. Even these wicked men. Even these wicked men. Right, read on now.
Verse 4. And we have confidence in the Most High touching you, that ye both do and will do the things which we command you.
Right, you do the right thing. The thing which we have commanded you. Right, as God said, to separate yourself from the world, the heathens. Right, their manner of life, their behavior, so forth, so on. And now, separate yourself from wicked men. Because we got people in our lives, right, and friends in our lives that's just not right. You know they're not right. Right, they're wicked, evil men. And you can tell them by their fruits. Read on.
Verse 5. And the Most High direct your heart unto the love of the Most High, and unto the patient waiting for Mashiach.
Read on.
Now we commend you, brethren.
And this is the part I want to get at. This is the point I want to be. This is the point I want to make right here. Right? Read on.
And it says, now we commend you, brethren, in the name of our power, Yahushua Mashiach, that we withdrew yourselves from every brother that walketh disorderly.
Right. He said, withdraw yourself, meaning separate yourself